موجودة على بلاتفورم. اوكي، ان الريكوردينج تكون موجودة على بلاتفورمز معينة يبقى عليها الريكورد والكونتنت از سلايدز، عشان تبقى حاجة بيرمننت ليكم ولأي حد تاني. على امتى؟ ايه ايات انت عاوزاها ناوي يعني؟ احنا اوريدي هنبعتها لكم، بس وانس احنا بنراجع الاي تي تيم عندنا and we will return back to you يعني، تقلقوش. اوكي. ايه كمان؟ بالنسبه في بعض الابديتس انا حابب اديها لكم او اكلمكم فيها. اول حاجه احنا we have other three modules. فاحنا one of them هتكون accredited if the جدول من احد الجامعات المعروفه قوي في مجال البروجكت مانجمنت. وفي مديول احنا حاليا شغالين فيه انه برضو يبقى accredited from one of UN agency. انا عارف ان انتوا بتطالبوا ان انتوا تاخدوا السكيدجول كامل، بس والله ده اتس اوت اوف اور هاندز يعني. نفسنا نعمل ده اكتر منكم، بس we are in يعني ايه fluctuations، بحيث ان احنا بنحدد مع UN agencies، فده بياخد مننا وقت. ومحدش يقول ده يعني logistic point. احنا we are working on that every day in the morning and at the evening يعني. فده جزء احنا هنبلغكم بيه as soon as possible even for a module. يعني المديول الجاي انا هبعته لكم كله بمواعيده بكل حاجة بسلطاته ببابا غنوجه. طيب، تاني سؤال جالنا: انتوا ليه بتحددوا الميعاد ده؟ ليه بتحطوا الساعة 6؟ اوكي. الساعة 6 لكل الناس. بصوا يا جماعة، احنا مصر أم الدنيا، فاحنا في نص في نص أم الدنيا، في نص المنطقة العربية. فاحنا لو حددناه مثلا متأخر، هيبقى متأخر قوي لبعض الدول. ولو حددناه بدري عن كده هيبقى بدري قوي لبعض الدول. فأنا عارف إن منطقة شمال أفريقيا في فرق تقريبا ساعتين عننا أو ساعة. ومنطقة الجي سي سي اللي هي منطقة الخليج تقريبا برضو في فرق ساعتين أو ساعة عننا الناحية التانية. فاحنا we cannot delay anymore يعني. احنا حتى بنبعت للسبيكرز الميعاد، يعني بنقول لهم اوكي we need you in that time. فرق 3 ساعات والله. طب اعمل ايه؟ ما أنا قلت لكم مصر ام الدنيا في النص. فانا بنحاول نكون fair enough معاكم في التايمنج، ومش هنعرف نرضي حد يا جماعة يعني، كلكم مش هنعرف نرضيكم يعني. طيب، هل هنديكوا certificate for each phase alone؟ لا، تبقى for all phases overall. طيب، احنا المرحلة التانية هنعرفها امتى؟ لان في ناس كتير جدا سألت عن النقطة دي. بصوا، المرحلة التانية اللي هي مرحلة المشاريع، ودي مرحلة هيبقى فيها متخصصين مع كل دولة بيتكلموا معاهم. فاحنا وانس ان احنا في نسبة معينة من الحضور لازم كل واحد بيكون اتخطاها عشان يخش المرحلة دي. even لو انت عاوز تيجي مصر، يعني لازم تكون متخطي المرحلة دي اوفر اول، عشان تقدر تكون موجود في المرحلة التانية. فاحنا برضو هنقول لكم قبل شهر 11 ما يخلص، لان بنقول لكم كل حاجة ان شاء الله يعني. طيب، انا عاوز اسمع لو في اي سؤال كده سريعا قبل ما نبدأ السيشنز.
ايوه، انا عندي سؤال يا احمد. شروق.
الو.
قفلت
الو.
المايك، انا سامعك.
طيب، انا عندي سؤال.
مهم.
يا احمد، انتوا قلتوا بالنسبه للتذاكر، معلش، هي ممكن تكون على الشخص نفسه. طيب، هل تقدر الكلايمت بيس ولا البارتنرز يعملوا حتى بارشل فند، بحيث انه تكون حتى جزء من التذكره عليهم؟ لو ت...
شروق
لو ها.
شروق شروق
ايه.
we did our best more than you expect,
اه.
and we still working on that. يعني
اوكي، انا
احنا ما
بس.
فقدناش الامل. عشان كده بنقول 1/11 we will declare everything.
اوكي،
Uh,
شكرا.
even if احنا for the people who want to take a security check، احنا يعني بعتنا حتى لهيئة الجوازات المصرية ووزارة الخارجية و still working on that. يعني احنا شغالين من بدري جدا، وناس كتير منكم لاحظت ان احنا we delay our time many times. بس كانتش مش بسبب ان احنا مش عارفين هنعمل ايه، لا احنا عارفين، بس we are going to several negotiation for you, for ليكوا انتوا.
اوكي، والميعاد قدوم محدد يا
Yes,
احمد يعني؟
finally it will be 5 و6 12 القادم.
5 و6.
but we confirm عليكم 5 و6 12. يس. confirm عليكم 1 11. الموضوع مش ان احنا مش متأكدين. يس احنا متأكدين، بس we have to make several reservations with several government. فاحنا يعني احنا لحد امبارح بالليل. يس 5 6 12. for sure. Yes, I have to tell you something for you. انت كبير في غانا في الاسبوع اللي قبل الفولوشن. يس، وبرضو احنا we will open the call ليكو internally ان انتوا تحبوا، لو تحبوا تحضروا الايفنت. هو leadership summit في غانا. بس يس برضو احنا مش هنقدر we cannot cover التيكتس. بس نقدر نكفر الاكوموديشن ليكو، ونقدر نكفر الانترنت ترانسبورتيشن والفود في غانا.
فين في
اوكي
غانا؟
someone
فين
love يعني.
قصدك؟ فين؟ متى هذا؟
it will be بصوا الاسبوع اللي الجمعة والسبت اللي قبل الفروشة مباشرة.
فين بيكون يا احمد من جديد عفوا؟
في غانا.
فين غانا يا احمد؟ انا مش عارفه الصدق.
فين غانا؟
ايوه.
اوكي. you have to return back to geographical birth.
امم
عشان في غانا في افريقيا.
اوكي
in the
طيب.
middle of Africa. اوكي. شهد، انا بنتي جايه جنبي حاليا عاوزه تلعب في اللابتوب. شهد انت كان عندك سؤال؟
اوكي، كنت عايزة أسأل اللي أنا غبت تاني سيشن في المديول ده، فده هيأثر عشان بجد نسيت اليوم ده، وكل حاجة في اليوم ده أصلا أنا ما حضرتهاش بسبب اللي أنا كنت فاكرة اللي النهار يعني اتلخبطت في الأيام. كنت بفتكر إن النهاردة الاثنين وأصلا كان النهاردة الحد.
بصي تمام. شكرا ليكي. احنا مراعيين كل ده، ان احنا قايلين يعني ان انتوا ما تحضروش في كل مديولات 3 سيشنز يعني. بس احنا كنا مراعيين ده جدا.
تمام.
فيعني انت فوتي واحده اوكي، بس انت كده كده هتحصلي على الكونتنت بتاعت الليكتشر دي. يب.
اوكي.
اوكي.
شكرا.
هاي استاذ باشمهندس سيرابيست او باشمهندس عمر.
يا السلام عليكم جماعة. أستاذ أحمد،
عليكم
شلونكم؟
سلام،
أخباركم؟
ازيك؟ اخبارك ايه؟ الحمد لله.
إيش حالك؟ عافيتك؟
الحمد لله في صحة ونعمة.
جزاك الله. كاكا، والله
ممكن
عندي
نخلي السيشن
سؤال.
بالعربي؟ ماشي. هنسأل نقول الإجابة دي السؤال ده. قول يا فندم اتفضل.
إن شاء الله. بالنسبة إقليم كردستان العراق، شمال العراق، عندنا مؤسسة غير NGO اسمها روانجا.
اه ماله.
نعم. اشتغلنا في مجال فمثلا كلين انرجي، نظافة الطاقة،
امم.
زراعة الاستدامة، و reduce land degradation.
يس.
يعني ممكن مجال لاستعراض فعاليات مؤسسة الروانجا في حوالي 4 ل7 دقائق كبرزنتيشن أو لا؟
يعني اوكي. بيرسونالي يعني انت عاوز تتكلم عن الجهود اللي انت بتتكلم فيها ديت. it's very good things يعني ان احنا نقدر نعملها.
نعم.
بس يعني we are not have a time to do that النهارده even. but let me ان احنا ان شاء الله في جزء الانوفيشن لاب we will give a space for everyone ان هو يتكلم عن الحاجات دي. يعني كل واحد يتكلم عن المشروع اللي هو شغال فيه.
يعني كمداخلة، صح؟ مو
يس بس في الانوفيشن لاب بارت،
ن-
مش
ن-
دلوقتي.
نعم نعم.
شكرا ليك.
شكرا كاكا أحمد، شكرا.
عفوا. طيب خلينا نرد ده. تحيا مصر. في حد قال تحيا مصر؟ طبعا تحيا مصر. I cannot say anything more. هل الامتحانات تقييم وكده؟ والله انتوا تحبوا تمتحنوا؟ لا. our fellowship is not containing an exam. ولكن our exam is your project. If your project is very good, so you are passing. very good ازاي؟ في indicator، في pillars معينة تتقلكوا، هيبقى معاكم mentors هيجايد يو international mentors يعني not Egyptian، مش كلهم Egyptian يعني، عشان يقدروا يساعدكم. that's our evaluations to you.
هو
In Africa, that's following
البروجكت
great.
اللي
Could you
عملناه.
share the details and we could follow up with your organizations if you're speaking about the details على على برنامج Summit of Ghana, you have to contact with me and I will do my best.
Yeah, thank you very much. رح ابعت لك ايميل معناها واسالك عن تفاصيل اكثر.
yes.
اوكي،
شكرا.
ما تتكلم في الجروب افضل، تتكلم
yes
بالتفاصيل في الجروب
هبعت على
لنا
الجروب،
كلنا.
هبعت
ايه،
على الجروب.
بدل ما كلنا نجلس نرسل
yes
لك على الخاص هتتعب.
yes هرسل على الجروب.
اوكي، وحتى التواقيت يا احمد، وكمان التواقيت حق مصر عشان نشوف اذا ممكن نروح لغانا ونرجع لمصر، فهمتني؟
بصي التيكت سايد احنا يعني قلت لك انتوا كده كده يور جايد يور تيكتس، فده اوكي.
اوكي
احنا هنقدر نبروفايد اكوموديشن يس في مواعيد محدده، وممكن نقول لكم recommended accommodation places is very good and very cheap and very good too. We will do our best for this يعني. Does Ghana need a visa or not? I'm sorry, you have to check your own country على الموضوع ده. I'm still waiting. My colleague indicates 6 p.m. Try to join to make it work. Okay. Wait. I'm sorry يا جماعة. بنتي بس جنبي فأنا yes. okay. في حد تاني عنده أسئلة؟ yes قول. ليه مش بالعربي يا جماعة وليه مش بالإنجليش؟ okay. بصوا. We have some people from country outside outside
The
يعني
Arab world.
outside the Arab world like Djibouti and the other country. It is Arabic country but it's not, they cannot speak Arabic like us, so we cannot guarantee ان احنا نعملها عربي بس which it's not good. هو المؤتمر النهائي في مصر أم غانا اللي هو في موعد 5 و6 في مصر. نقدر نعمل حاجة قبلها. أنا بقول لكم إن أنا بنديكم ال opportunity to be in other event. if you would love it. في مصر والله ما أعرف، أنا مسافر شخصيا لغانا أنا والتيم، فهعرف وأقول لك يا شيماء. Do you provide the international tickets? Who will provide international tickets? I don't know. مش فاهم. طيب في حد رافع ايده الهام فصل، مش عارف. الهام فصل مش انا I'm so sorry to not pronounce name in the right way.
سلام.
بس يعني فيصل.
hello hi.
hello.
أنا بس عندي سؤال ممكن يعني أسأله هيك على السريع بالعربي.
اتفضل.
حكيت هلأ إنه رح تخلينا يعني تساعدونا نروح ايفنتس وهيك.
ايه
يعني حكيت إنه رح تساعدونا يعني هيك، يعني مثلا تخلونا نعرف إنه صايرين ايفنتس أو شغلات هيك حكيت أنت؟
بتقولي ايه؟ انا I'm sorry،
إنه
بتقولي ايه؟
يعني انه اذا في مؤتمرات او في ايفنتس معينه انه انتم رح تخلونا نعرف انه مثلا صايره هيك شغله هون وشغله هون، هيك انت حكيت ولا انا ما فهمت صح؟
yes internally in climatic peace. Yes,
اوكي
once you are in our network and once you're okay once ان انت معانا on our network you will receive a newsletter from our website containing many things
اوكي
regarding to us as climatic peace and to other institute who are a partner معانا في كتير من
اوكي. وهذا
الشركات.
الشيء بيصير بعد ما انا وهذا الشيء بيصير بعد انا ما اخلص هذا الفيلوشيب صح؟
yes.
اوكي بيرفكت يعني اوكي يلا amazing خلص.
okay. أي سؤال تاني؟ Can you re-talk about the program because I got in later unfortunately. Okay, how much you will pay? to tell you this information again. Okay. انا كنت بتكلم معاكم ان احنا عندنا other event in Ghana. هو it is a very big event for Africa in collaboration with the UNESCO Regional Office of Africa and other organization in Africa. الايفنت ده راح يكون اعتقد يعني عشان انا ما قلتش تواريخ غلط، هو في جمعة وسبت برضو، اللي هو 26 28 يعني من 26 ل 29 شهر نوفمبر. لو واحد فيكم حابب to join this program، احنا we can send the details for every one of you to join, and we can guarantee for some of you to get acceptance. For some of you.
السلام
Okay.
عليكم. Hello.
عليكم سلام. ازيك يا أمل؟
الحمد
hello,
لله.
hello.
Hi.
Hi, Amal. I'm so sorry to make interruption in our time. The difference in our time. Actually,
Yeah, I think
it's a mistake from our side.
that's okay.
Okay, so let me introduce you to for our participant for sure. First of all, my name is Ahmed Ali. I'm a director of Climatic Peace Foundation, the main organization who organized this fellowship. I'm so happy to meet you today. And we are sorry again for this difference of time that makes this problem. Let me introduce my participant to you. We have here around 70 participants who will join us from all Arab countries. All of them are expert in environmental science and so on. Today we have the fourth lectures regarding to the module of climate action and the disaster risk reduction fellowship. This is a module focused on the climate action specifically. This is a fourth lecture after the other three from Karim Ihab and the first one, and the two other from the UNDP. Our speaker today is Amal. She is a Tunisian woman. She is an expert in the climate action, and she's also worked before in the UNFCCC. She's a Tunisian negotiator, and she had a master degree from in the SDGs goals from International University. Also, she is focusing on the climate finance and the adaptation strategy. The mic with you and the floor with you, Amal, and I'm here with you to help you in anything that you love.
Shukran. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Also, if you can also make me co-host so that I can also later share my screen, it will be good. So as per the introduction, I'm happy to be here with everyone. And we're going to use the next 40 minutes to talk a little bit about the Sustainable Development Goals. So first of all, and before I share my screen and before I talk with all of you, two questions. One, let's set some house rules keeping, the housekeeping rules. If you are not talking, if you can just mute yourselves. If you are able to open your camera, please do. That will make the session more interactive if we can see each other. And I'm still waiting for the admins. If you can assign me as co-host, please. شكرا يا عبد الله. Thank you. If you are able to open your cameras. My question is, who knows about the Sustainable Development Goals or who has heard before? If you can raise your Zoom hand, you know how to do that. If you can raise your Zoom hand, that would be great. مين فيكم سامع عن أهداف التنمية المستدامة قبل كده or who has ever heard about the Sustainable Development Goals before? Okay, so I think we have 3 people. We have some thumbs up. Okay, it's improving. Okay, mashallah. 17 goals. Yes, feel free to also type in the chat whatever you know. Okay, so some of us have heard about the SDGs, others did not. I think it's always a good refresher to talk about them. Feel free to lower down your hands. I hope you can all see my screen. Thumbs up. Yeah, I heard about them, SDGs and MDGs, etc.
Okay, perfect. شكرا على التفاعل. كل ما تتفاعلوا, the more you interact with me, the better for me to carry on, because I cannot see you. But bear in mind that we will have an exercise later where we will have to open your mics and talk. So until we get there, I hope everyone is no longer shy. Perfect. So let's talk about the SDGs. So SDGs stands for the Sustainable Development Goals, أهداف التنمية المستدامة. And these are, as you mentioned, 17 goals. It's a roadmap that has been set by countries or has been ratified by countries in the UN, exactly in 2015. And it says roadmap so that countries can progress in their development. Before we talk about the goals themselves, we need to understand what do we mean by sustainable development, because sometimes it can appear as if it's a sophisticated term, so that it's important to know what we are talking about. And when we are talking about the sustainable development, it's the ability of meeting the needs of the present. So whatever we are doing in our day-to-day, be it as individuals, as countries, etc., but without compromising or affecting or impacting the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So let's say today, if we are using really a lot of resources of the earth, we are really impacting and we are influencing the ability of future generations of having a quality life. So that's not sustainable. Sustainable development, if I may also say it in Arabic, هي قدرة تلبية الاحتياجات الحاضر دون التأثير أو المساس من الاحتياجات الأجيال القادمة. Okay. So it's important that we have this mindset when we are approaching or doing or talking about the sustainable development. Now, some of you know this story and some of you have seen this before. But these are the 17 goals, so we will go through them one by one. I think I have the French one, so we will go through the English one in a few. I have the wrong slides, but I think some of you know them. And each of these SDGs, each of these sustainable development goal is specific in one particular area, or is linked to one particular area. We are talking about poverty, hunger, health and well-being, education, gender equality, water, energy, economic growth, industry innovation, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities, responsible consumption, climate action, life underwater, life on land, peace, justice, and efficient institutions, and then partnerships between the goals. So as you can see, they are like covering many areas. And of course, this is not something that just came overnight. It took many years, and there is a long timeline that led us to get there. So first of all, and as some of you mentioned, there was the adoption of the MDGs, or the Millennium Development Goals. Countries across the world gathered together. They said, no, MDGs is something else. For the comment here, SDGs and MDGs are two different things. This is what we are talking about now. To Timbaletu comment in the chat. So the MDGs were 8 goals, and as you can see them, it's eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. So poverty, education, gender equality, child mortality, maternal health, HIV and AIDS, and then environmental sustainability and partnerships. So this was mainly done with countries and with governments. When we reached 2015, which was the deadline or the date that was set to achieve the MDGs, they felt that there was something missing. First of all, they were not fully achieved. And second, the process to achieve these was not as inclusive. It didn't capture grassroots movements, it didn't capture civil society, it didn't capture young people opinion, etc. So they opened up to make the process more inclusive. They ran a series of consultations, and this is that led us to the adoption of what we know today as the Sustainable Development Goals. So which was adopted in 2015 once the deadline of the MDGs was reached, and they have a new deadline of 2030. They are related, Yagadir, because the work on the MDGs inspired this mandate of the SDGs. It's like one came from the other. So if you can see here, poverty is still there, hunger is still there. Some health indicators here are now compiled to be rather under another one. They didn't shrink it, they expanded, because the MDGs, they were 8. And the SDGs are 17, but also, and we will see shortly, under each goal, we have different indicators and sub-indicators. So the mandate got broader because it also captured more than what the government suggested. The process was more inclusive, like many associations were, and national organizations got involved, etc., etc. So it has a better perspective, and this is what led to such a conclusion. As I told you, if we look into under each SDG, there are targets and sub-targets. So we are now doing a zoom in for the SDG 13, which is climate action, for instance. There are many targets. One of them is under climate action as the SDG. For example, strengthen resilience and adaptive capacity to climate-related hazards and natural disasters in all countries, which is also the key topic of this fellowship. And under this target itself, because we cannot set a roadmap that we cannot measure, how would we know that this is going to work well or not? Under each target, we have a couple of indicators. So for example, here, number of deaths, missing persons, and directly affected persons attributed to disasters per 100K population, number of countries which have implemented national disaster risk reduction strategies, etc., etc. So under those 17, as you can see, and I can share with you the links later, there are other targets and there are other sub-indicators. And when we have a look at all of these targets and sub-indicators, for example, we can know how is a particular country doing. For example, here I'm doing, this is all available online. You can see, like for Tunisia, this is not recent, but there is this tracker, and based on those indicators, etc., you can see, so we are progressing in this one is going well, this one is stable, etc., etc. And this is our SDG index rank. For example, for Libya, there is some information that is missing. For example, for Sweden, it is ranked 2nd in the world in terms of achieving the sustainable development goals. Of course, there is no one way to doing this. And one thing mean different elements for depending on the country's context. For example, if we're talking about developing and developed countries, achieving zero poverty is not the same mean. Okay, so these are the SDGs in Arabic for those of you who are seeing this for the first time. And I see the comment from our friend Dua from Libya that they are also updating the data. So hopefully when we go back and check again the tracker, we can see also updated information, be it for the disaster risk reduction elements, but also for the SDGs in general. Thank you for sharing that, Dua. Okay, now, and because I also don't want to spend this exercise talking alone, I'm sure you have a lot to say. I don't know if the team can put me back now as a host, because I want to do some breakout rooms. We will have an exercise of 10 minutes. So the SDGs, you all know they are 17. I assume most of you know about them. I'm not spending a lot of time. But they are divided in 5 Ps. So some SDGs are focused on people, others on planet, others on prosperity, others on peace, and others on partnership. So the idea is we're going to spread out automatically in 5 groups, and then you will see the name of the breakout room in top, so you know which P you are going to work on. And I want you as a team to check the SDGs, so you can Google them and Google the SDGs only. Don't Google the peace. We are a transparent team here. So I want you to identify which SDGs are the ones. Sorry, can you mute yourself? So I want you, I mean, we can take maybe 5 minutes. It's easy. Once the breakout rooms are launched, and then I want you to identify which SDGs are the ones that belong to this category. So I will put it also in the chat, but you will see the name of your P on top. Is there any question, or should I explain again? So you will go in the breakout room automatically. You will look at the 17 SDG and you will pick which one is related. For example, if your breakout is people, you will pick the SDGs that are related to people. If your breakout is planet, you will choose which ones are planet, etc., etc. Is that clear? Can I get thumbs up? تحفة. Okay. يلا بينا. I will start the breakout rooms now. Okay, we are waiting for different people from the breakout rooms to come back.
المفروض نقول الأهداف دلوقتي ولا إيه؟
لا هناخد مقرر من كل مجموعة، وعلى أساس كده عشان ما نغشش بنشوف عاملين ازاي. اوكي، نستنى شوية
اوكي
فقط في بقية الفريق. أنا مش عارفة، أنا I'm talking English because I've been told to، بس I can do both. Just making sure everyone feels
اوكي
comfortable. فاحنا ممكن نحكي عربي، ممكن نحكي English زي ما انتوا عايزين. الاتنين بينفع.
اوكي
إيناس احنا برضو مش سامعينك we cannot hear you. بس let me see if everyone is back. I think so. okay. يلا بينا. هنبدأ بالمجموعة people. فلو ينفع if you can choose one person from the team and then if you can tell
احنا
us which goals do you think are related, and then if people have different opinions you can raise your hands. okay. اتفضل
اوكي احنا
إيه؟
رشحنا يمان.
مين
اوكي
هو؟
يمان رشحنا
اوكي
يمان.
صح، يلا يا
yeah.
يمن.
يلا شكرا كتير لك أمل. thank you very much. We have a like we were discussing about people. We went for we had an agreement actually for the first 5. So no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education and gender equality. But then Aya and the others also, like we were discussing whether we should also consider clean water and sanitation from the point of view that water it's very necessary for people as well. So we had this discussion over shall we take it under planet or is it for people? It depends on how you look at from the perspective. So I leave this question to you, Amal, and the others. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Yemen, and thank you so much to the people team. I think this is a good reflection, and then we will discuss. I think there is no better one to answer this than the planet team. بنشوف مفاريق البلانت شنو أخذ وشنو أخلي لكم. Is there anyone from the planet team who also wants to take the floor to tell us which goals did you pick?
Yes, we already talked like, see, at the beginning we were like confused. We said like everything is related to each other. And we were like it was like a debate there. Then we think number 6, clean water and sanitation. We were like thinking about number 7, affordable and clean energy. You know, we think it's direct and indirect. And then we agreed on 13, climate action, life below water, life on land, and that's it. So
Okay.
we
Did
left
you
like
mention
number 7
climate
to
action?
you.
You mentioned climate
Of
action,
course.
صح? Of course.
We
Okay.
did, of course. No
Okay.
doubt.
All right. Thank you, Ghadir. Okay. Nice. Muhammad, did you want to comment on this? What did you want to add?
Can I speak with Arabic language?
I will translate.
أعتقد إن الهدف السابع اللي هو طاقة نظيفة وبأسعار معقولة يعني، ممكن الهدف الثامن اللي هو العمل اللائق برضو والنمو الاقتصادي، والهدف التاسع اللي هو الصناعة والابتكار برضو، والعاشر والحداشر اللي هو الحد من اللي هو ال reduce inequalities وال sustainable cities and communities. ده أعتقد يعني بعد يعني لما شفت يعني الأهداف كتير يعني.
هذا اللي تحكي عليه محمد تحت أي باب، ولا هذه إضافة عاوز تزيدها which P؟
تقصدي يعني كل بند بيتدرج تحت إيه؟ يعني ده الإيه يعني قصدك؟ تمام.
Yes.
أعتقد الهدف اللي هو السابع اللي هو الطاقة النظيفة ده ليه علاقة
أنت
بالبيبل.
قلت
أو
محمد قلت الهدف السابع والثامن والتاسع والعاشر والحداش، فأنت
مظبوط.
الأهداف دي you are linking them to one of the P's، ولا you think that you are commenting on what غدير was saying؟
أوكي تمام.
لا أنا بسألك، فأنت يعني الأهداف هذه اللي كنت بتشيرها معانا تحت أي مظلة، يعني هي أنت بتحاول تعملها categorization تحت واحدة من البيز اللي أنا كنت حكيت عليهم، ولا
هي
بتقترح إنها تتضاف؟
اللي هي البيبل والبلانت والبروستي والكلام ده الأهداف دي كلها اللي هو من أول السابع لحد ال11 ده تحت البند البروستي اللي هي الأهداف.
prosperity، الازدهار أو الرخاء. أوكي واضح،
مظبوط.
أوكي شكرا.
تمام.
فمعنا البيبل، معنا البلانت، معنا prosperity. البيس، من الفريق اللي حكى عن البيس؟
بقدر أضيف للبروسبرتي إذا ممكن قبل ما تنتقلي.
تفضل
Okay,
آية.
thank you. I think SDGs that drive prosperity include SDG 1, no poverty, zero hunger, SDG 2, good health, SDG 3, quality education, SDG 4, gender equality, SDG 5, decent work and economic growth, SDG 8, and the last one, industry and innovation, SDG 9.
Okay. So, and you think that some of the SDGs that were mentioned in people can also be under prosperity?
Yes, I think they ensure sustainable growth and fair opportunities for all.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
I just
For
wanted
peace.
to ask one question for prosperity because we have this debate in my
Okay.
team. Is
Yes.
it related to industry only or it's anything?
Okay, I will answer shortly. خلينا نخلص البيس والبارتنرشيبس و I will answer all of
Okay.
this. Okay, شكرا أميرة. مين عايز يحكي عن البيس؟ السلام.
I was in the peace group. Okay. And we discussed deeply which goals that may be within our umbrella. But we thought like the most obvious one that the 16th goal, peace and just and strong institution. After that, we discussed more what is not the peace is depending upon humans, just humans, maybe the peace on land or below the water. So we thought about 14 and 15 goals. We thought more if that peace that depended on wars or maybe the community. So we thought of revolutions or something like that. So we thought about the first and second goal, the no poverty and zero hunger goal, and good health. By the way,
Okay.
we thought deeply if it's about the peace between the communities, the community members. So we thought about the fifth goal and the 10th goal. And if it's peace within the communities, so we thought about the 11th goal.
اوكي، فانتم عملتوا تشكيلة من كل شوية حاجات. هذا بالنسبة للبيس.
Yeah, I think that they all like connect with each other. There's no such thing like this is the only goal that talks about peace. If we look at it from every perspective, you would find like yeah that relates.
Okay, شكرا. And last but not least, partnership or partnerships.
I don't know whether it was only me having issue with microphone, but can you hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly,
Yes.
Ines. Go ahead.
Perfect. So that's why we couldn't like get into that kind of debate. So, and also it was like kind of obvious that partnership is gonna go with SDG 17, which is partnerships for the goals. So the goal partnership means implementing the SDGs through global solidarity and strong partnerships.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for this healthy conversation. Before I share the answers, yes, يا سلمى تفضل.
Okay, can I add something on the partnership side? Okay, it's obviously that goal number 17 is about partnerships directly, but I think that all the other goals is also on the partnership side, because if we're talking like about goal number 1, no poverty, so we need to do or to have partnerships between governments and NGOs to fund social protections programs so we can have no poverty. If we also need to if we are talking about goal number 2, so it's zero hunger, so we need collaborations between companies, international organizations to enhance food security. Also about social good health and well-being, it's also partnerships between health ministries and pharmacies or WHO or whatever we are talking about. So I think that all goals are about partnerships.
Okay. شكرا سلمى and شكرا to everyone. Thank you all. And you already done half the next exercise that we are doing. I will explain why. So first of all, it's important to keep an open mind according to this. So the 5 P's classification it's more of an organizational matter. It's not something I made up. It's actually there, and it's in the preamble of the UN document about the SDGs, but it's more also of a categorization to know what we are talking about. So people, the SDGs, as you noticed in based on your conversations والحاجات اللي كنتوا تحكيوا فيها, it has many layers. It can touch something directly and also touches something indirectly. And I'm glad you already, when you are doing these reflections with the purpose of this exercise, not to see if you all know which are the 5 P's, it's also to dig deeper into the SDGs, to look into them and to think through. فالفكرة إنه كل واحد من أهداف التنمية المستدامة يمس حاجات بطريقة مباشرة وحاجات أخرى بطريقة غير مباشرة أو on a second layer. When we are talking about the people, it's mostly the human side or the social aspects. When we are talking about prosperity, it's actually more of the economic aspects. And then for planet, it's the environmental, and then peace and partnerships as 2 also main layers to make sure that the world is progressing well and as 2 key enablers to achieve the sustainable development. Some of these can be, at first look, it can be people, and then in a second, it can also be prosperity, because you cannot achieve prosperity if your population is not feeling well. But this is why we are doing, so this is more of the first layer of how the 5 P's are organized. So I'll share again my screen so that we can see the suggested categorization. And then I'll also comment on that. So I think most of your answers were correct كده كده. When we are talking about the people, it's when there is this first impact on people. So SDGs 1, 2, 3, 4. القضاء على الفقر، التعلم الجيد، ليل الجوع، الصحة والرفاه، والمساواة بين الجنسين. So the 5 first SDGs. When we are talking about planets, it's SDG number 6, that was also a subject of debate. And then 12, 13, 14, and 15. So الماء النظيف والاستهلاك الجيد ولا المسؤول، العمل المناخي، الحياة تحت الماء والحياة على الأرض. When it comes to prosperity, الرخاء والازدهار, it's 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So it's like a bit, they are like next to each other. So it serves like a cheat sheet, but number 6 is here. So الطاقة النظيفة يعني affordable, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, and reduced inequalities and sustainable cities and communities. And then for peace and partnerships, they are stand-alone items. Again, and this paves the way to our next exercise. So there is no such a thing as one SDG stands alone. The reason why it's a whole framework, it's that because they are interconnected. So when we are achieving this, we are also contributing to this. And if we are not achieving this well, we cannot contribute to this well. And I think this is the conclusion you also reached. But we will go back again to the breakouts for another 5 minutes. I will explain the exercise first in English and then in Arabic. Based on your conversation, I want you, because climate action is our topic of focus for these sessions, I want you to take some time to choose one SDG besides climate action, yani not number 13. But then you see how if we achieve this one well, we are actually contributing to a better climate action. And if you can also, because also we are talking about local communities and local achievements, if you have any example of an initiative that you are doing in your country or your city or in your organization that is contributing to one of the other 16 SDGs, and then how through that implementation you are also contributing to climate action, or vice versa, how you are doing something for climate action and throughout your action you are contributing to other SDGs. فالفكرة إنه رح نرجع للمجموعات، وحابة كل حد فيكم، كل شخص فيكم يفكر في أي يعني تظاهرة أو إنجاز أو مبادرة بتقوموا فيها في منظماتكم، في مدنكم، في دولتكم، كل على حسب صفته وصفتها، وتحسوا أن المبادرة هذه مثلا هي بتشتغل بطريقة مباشرة على هدف 13 العمل المناخي، لكن أيضا فما أثر يمس في أهداف تنمية مستدامة أخرى. أو العكس، لو أنتم تشتغلوا في تظاهرة هي ما عندها حتى علاقة ظاهرا بالهدف 13، مثلا تشتغلوا ظاهرة على الحد من أوجه عدم المساواة، لكن بطريقة تلقاوها اللي هي أيضا تمس المناخ. فالهدف من هذا التمرين also الفكرة إنه يعني بنحكي أكثر ونشوفوا الأمثلة الحاجات اللي إحنا نعملوا فيها يوميا، يمكن ما عندناش علم اللي هي تمس بطريقة مباشرة أهداف التنمية المستدامة، لكن أيضا نلهم البعض البعض. So the purpose of this exercise is also to dig deeper into what we are doing. Sometimes we're doing stuff, but we do not really know that it is relating to the Sustainable Development Goals, and also to inspire one another, because we also come from different countries and different contexts. So it's important to raise some ideas. So I will give you 7 minutes. We can do the breakouts again, and then we can get back here to see. So feel free to choose any of the SDGs. Okay, is there any question before I open the breakouts? يلا بينا. Okay. Everyone should be allocated to one room. I don't know, for those who are still with us here, are they away from their computers or they have not been allocated to one room? مرحبا بالجميع، بنستنى بقية أصدقائنا يلتحقوا.
الله المستعان. ركز معي هنا، دور هذا انا كتبت لك التعليق بالانجليزي. طبعا في تعديلات شويه انا بعدل لك كل يوم برسله لك. عادي ما يهمك. اشرب يا ولد.
اوكي، اظن ان الجميع رجع. مش عارفة لو في شخص او اثنين حابين يشاركوا معنا ال examples of local action that you have اللي هي عندها صلة بالهدف التغير المناخي لكن ايضا تمس اهداف اخرى. سارة تفضل.
Hi, I wanted to talk about my project that I'm a student at agriculture. So I hope to make sustainable plant able to live with climate change and have a good production and have a good quality. So I hope to make this by using genetic engineering or plant breeding. So this is my department and related to zero hunger or climate action.
شكرا. This is amazing. Thank you, Sarah. محمد الهداوي.
Hey Amal, I hope that you're doing good. We were in this group. We discussed the 11th goal, which is the smart cities and communities.
11th is reduced inequalities, no?
I think. Wait.
Yeah, you are right. 10th is reduced inequality. صح. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, no problem. So we were talking about our government's initiatives. Okay. We discussed that there is more than one example around the Middle East region, like the Neom city and the new administrative capital in Egypt, Dubai, for example. Our fellow colleague from Algeria that talked about how their cities are now enhancing the transportation on the mobility through transportation projects. Talked about the cities and how it is constructed and how they are facilitating it. Like in the new administrative capital, how they have the Green Line that which around like 10 kilometers of green areas in the heart of the capital. How they have like the transportation enhanced through monorail and LRT, which are connected the capital with another cities that is important cities like Cairo and Suez city, and how these cities and the sustainable cities are focusing on the solid waste management and the green and the clean energy. I think that insights that are happening all over the Middle East, not just in Egypt. And we discussed, we debated about it.
شكرا محمد. Thank you so much. Sounds like you had a lot of discussion in such a short time. I'm glad. Ghadir, you're next.
Yes. Okay. We actually choose goal number 3, which is good health and well-being, because first thing, I'm working in a project in my country about it, and I'm writing article also. And I do believe that climate change increase heat waves and air pollution, and diseases which harm people's lives, people's health as well. And especially these extreme weather events like floods and droughts, and it can destroy homes and food service also and hospitals. So I think poor air in short, I mean when we fighting climate change, we protect our planet and improve human health. Yeah, you know, here in Yemen, we're facing a lot of diseases nowadays due to like climate change, like what can I say, like raising temperature. It spread infection diseases such as like malaria and dengue fever, diarrhea, cholera. It's really spread everywhere. So we're living under the mercy of climate change.
Thank you so much. And this is such a concrete example that like there is this connection map between all the SDGs. Salma, we are actually sorry for that. I appreciate we are all in different time zones ومواعيد الصلاة مختلفة. But we're closing after this, so it does not make sense to have a break. I hope that's not a big issue. We'll take one more last person. So we have Ines next in the queue, and then we are like finishing.
Yeah, so mine is I'm right now working as project manager for a project called Bridging the Gap, empowering civil engineers in a city in Syria. So personally, I think that when you start right, you will end right. This is applicable actually in this project because yeah, we are empowering those youth civil engineers with equipment, with knowledge, and etc. But in the same time, we are enabling them to make the construction sustainable, climate and environment friendly. So I can like pretty much link the education, the SDG related to education, to the climate action one, because those people are going to build cities and communities in the future. So once our communities are sustainable, then we are pretty much prepared to fight climate change.
Thank you so much, Ines. Thank you for pointing out to that. And it's amazing to see. And I think also one rich moment in this session is that we all come from different contexts. So each Arab country, we have a lot of things in common, or like MENA, but then there are also some specific points that are different from one to another. We will take Aya because she's the last one to raise her hand. And then I promise I will just conclude. And then I know I'm standing between you and prayers or dinner, or depending on in which time you are. We will wrap up after Aya. Go ahead, Aya.
So I will talking briefly. We chose to focus on SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, and the SDG 13, Climate Action, because they form the foundation of sustainable prosperity. For SDG 11, we aim to create green jobs and implement sustainable practice to improve the quality of life and boost economic opportunities in cities. For SDG 13, we focus on providing reliable energy and reducing the carbon footprint through initiatives like tree planting and reforestation, which help protect the environment and support balanced, sustainable economic growth. That's it.
ما شاء الله رشيقة يا إيه، ما شاء الله عليك. وعدتنا بالرشيقة كله موجود. شكرا، الله يخليك والله يخليكم الكل. فقط عشان برضو أنا I shared ولا شيرت 2 links اللي أنا كنت يعني حطيتهم معاكم، اللي هم على ال SDGs targets and sub indicators, but also the country profiles if you are curious to see how your country is doing. I will share it again. I know the chat ما شاء الله is dense, but also as we are talking about local communities, and as some of you also work with the government, there is something that we call nationally determined contribution أو المساهمات المحددة الوطنية. فدي عاملة زي خريطة طريق إنه كل بلد كل 5 سنين هي المفروض تسبمت للUN Climate أو UNFCCC على أساس إنه this is our plan to work on climate action في بلدنا. It's actually interesting to consult your country's NDCs. أنا بحط لكم الاسم في الشات برضو. And in each COP اللي هي COP لل UN Conference on Climate Change أو مؤتمر الأطراف, there is also a discussion about how we are doing in terms of this progress, of course, among other things in terms of negotiation. And يعني زي ما عارفين احنا في المناخ بنحكي على التكيف ونحكي على الحد من الغازات, so adaptation and mitigation. There are also some other documents زي national adaptation plans that focus explicitly on adaptation. فأنا مش حصدع الدماغ بالمصطلحات اللي يمكن شوية غريبة على البعض, لكن if you are keen into knowing more about what your country is doing, you can of course check UN climate website. I believe it's unfccc.in, something like that, or .com, and there should be a lot to that. With that, thank you so much everyone. Thank you for keeping an open mind and an open heart. كنت حابة أشوف أكثر وجوه بس معلش المرة الجاية. لو في أي feedback, feel free to share it with the organizers and they will share it with me. فرصة سعيدة وإن شاء الله نلقاكم على خير في مرات قادمة. وما بقى لي كان نقول لكم تصبحوا على خير ومع السلامة. My LinkedIn
Hi,
is
Amal.
Amal.
I have to thank you in our session, and I hope you will accept our apologize. And you know why? What happened? خليني بتكلم بالمصري.
أحكي بالمصري.
مبسوطين بوجودك جدا جدا.
شكرا الله يخليك.
أنا هكون بتونس بنهاية الشهر إن شاء الله.
مرحبا, تشرفنا إن شاء الله.
تشرفنا بيكي. hope إن أنت تكوني معانا في مصر في ديسمبر في last event for all of these people بتشوفيهم
أنا كده كده جاية مصر في ديسمبر, بس مش عارفة نفس التواريخ ولا لا.
في أول أسبوع بديسمبر.
أنا ماشية, أنا جاية رايحة على مصر.
اوكي نورينا. عشان نخلينا كلنا نشوفهم, I will ask all of them to open the camera to take like a photo. تحيا مصر. Okay. For the end of this lecture. In
هما لو
addition
فتحوا
احنا we will share
الكاميرا
a
واخدين
feedback.
بخاطرك, هما واخدين بخاطرك وفتحوا الكاميرا وما فتحوش الكاميرا على خاطري أنا زعلت راهو خلاص.
Okay.
اشمعنى؟
انا فتحت الكاميرا من اول
Yes. It
أنت
is like
فتحت,
a
أنت
photo group.
فتحت.
It's a photo group. All of them start to
انت
open.
شكلك صعب معاهم بالاتندنس شيت ومش عارفه, لما انا ناس يعني غلابه ومش عارفه ما اخدوش بخاطري.
إيناس, فاطمة غدير, محمد, thank you, سلمى.
انا فاتح الكاميرا
Hello.
من اول السيشن على
منورين ما
فكرة.
شاء الله.
Many countries are here, and we have many people from Tunisia.
ما شاء الله.
I think
عسلامة
we have
عسلامة.
10% of our followership from Tunisia.
ما شاء الله. عسلامة عسلامة.
Thank you again to be with us. Hopefully, we will see you in Egypt and be with us in other program regarding to the climatic peace. What I want to share with you, all of you, as I mentioned in the first minutes of this projects, sorry, for today, it is the end of the module 1. We will start with the second module in DRR, and inshallah we will have you in DRR to be with you in this module. Then we will have a Nile University for a project management module. Then we will have UNFPA for the last module. Thank you again, everyone. We will send the update for you and the feedback for all of the module through the email. Please fill the feedback application because it's very important to us and for the speaker. For the content and the recording and everything, we will get approval from the speaker first. Then we will send all of these details for you through the email or through our platform as climaticpeace.org. It is our website and where we will share everything regarding to the project there in our website. Thank you again and see you later. Bye bye.
Thank you. مع السلامة. Bye.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Amal.
Have a good time for all. Thank you for all.
هو أنا كان عندي سؤال بس إذا كان في إمكانية إن احنا نأخر الميعاد شوية يعني مثلا بدل 6 يبقى 7 هل ده ممكن؟
هو أستاذ أحمد اتكلم في الجزئية دي, قال اللي هو للأسف صعب لأن مصر التوقيت بيختلف من أفريقيا وكده, فهيكون صعب قوي. يعني بالنسبة ل6 فهو مناسب إلى حد ما لبعض الدول الأخرى, فاهماني؟
اوكي تمام
تمام.
آخر
بس
سؤال برضو هل في أجندة لكل السيشنز؟
هو أعتقد من الأول المرات الجاية هيكون في أجندة, بس المرة دي بس علشان لسه الترتيبات مع الانستراكتور وكده, فأعتقد ده كان السبب يعني. بس الأيام الجاية القادمة إن شاء الله هتكون في أجندة.
خلاص بإذن الله شكرا جدا.
مع السلامة.
طب